Earlier this month, I had the really cool opportunity to play a demo for Dragon Quest 1&2 HD 2D Remake. Myself and a bunch of other amazing creators were one of the first groups in the world to actually go hands-on, which only raised the excitement levels. Thanks to Square Enix for inviting me down to their offices, which by the way is littered with Square Enix heaven. So while I am no stranger to RPGs in general, this was the first time I actually played anything Dragon Quest related, and quite frankly, after my time with the demo, I'm annoyed with you guys. You didn't put me on this sooner. What were you doing? Dragon Quest 1&2 HD 2D Remake is the conclusion of the Erdrick Trilogy. This actually started last year with the release of Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake. So this is one of those situations where the third game is actually the first game. So you need to play 3 first before you play 1 and 2, because if you try to play 1 and 2, there'll be certain references that goes back to 3, which you won't understand. So play 3 and then 1 and 2, and then it'll make sense. Yes, it'll make sense. I was given the chance to try 2 demos. One was from Dragon Quest 1 and the other was from Dragon Quest 2, both of which were running on a PlayStation 5. Each demo threw me into a slightly different situation, however, I did have a good time nonetheless. In the Dragon Quest 1 HD 2D Remake demo, I was tasked with finding more information on the hero. This involved me just using a singular character. In the Dragon Quest 2 HD 2D Remake demo, I was visiting different kingdoms, but this time with a party of 3. Yeah. Both demos allowed me to take part in battles too, which in this case actually gives you a bunch of different options to pick from. I did have the ability to speed up the battle. I instantly chose the highest speed I could and everything just was flowing. It felt good, it felt easy. At some point during the demo, I thought to myself, okay, let's bring it down a little bit. And then it suddenly felt really awkward and slow. I couldn't see myself doing battles any other way. You can also sort of go on autopilot and delegate control of other characters during battle, or even skip the battles altogether, which I think would be pretty good for those of you who simply want to focus more on the story or exploration aspects of the game. This style of remake, which I believe is called HD 2D, let me tell you, it is visually pleasing to my eyes. It just looks really crisp and the sprite work is downright amazing. It does just enough to bring it more into modern times, but it also retains a lot of those classic elements that I know you fans are going to love. If there was any takeaway from me for this, is that I just wish I had more time with the demo. But thankfully we do have a release date of October 30th, so not too long to go. To be fair, on one hand, I'm actually glad it's later on in the year. It gives me a chance to catch up a little bit, go ahead and play Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake will be releasing on PC, PlayStation 5, Switch, Xbox Series S and X on October 30th. Thank you again to Square Enix for having me down. It was absolutely amazing. And let me know down in the comments below, will you be picking this up later on in the year?